Okay, welcome everyone once again to the South Texas Edison channel. We have Frank here. Today we're going to be profiling a Disaster Dragon deck profile that was requested by one of our viewers, Chrisio31. Go ahead, Frank, tell us about the deck.
Alright, so I've been playing this deck a very, very long time. It's been with me a very long time. It actually got top 8 a couple of weeks ago at the Pro Play Games.
Who got that top 8?
I did.
Exactly.
I got 5th place.
Yeah.
Ended up losing in top 8 to Value Turbo, but you know, that's the way it goes sometimes.
That's Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! But pretty simplistic deck. Summon big monsters, beat over the little guys. So we'll run get started. Starts off with 3 Red Eyes Wyvern and 3 Red Eyes Darkest Metal Dragon. Basic core for any dragon deck. You need these 6. This is your recursion. This is your main. This is your bread and butter. 3 Kokimera Drago. Neither player can special summon light or dark monsters. On your end phase, you reveal a dragon or it gets destroyed. Anti-Value Turbo. It actually stops Glads a little bit because Geyseris is a dark. Anti-Blackwing. Zombies. Fairies. Lightsworn. Really stuns a lot of the meta.
And you're happy at the 3?
Yeah.
3 copies?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You need all 3. If you're not running some kind of a chaos variant or flip variant, you need all 3 Drago in the deck. 3 Mass Dragon, your recruiter. I know recruiters aren't really all that popular anymore, but at the same time, sometimes they really do come in handy. It lets you search for your little dragons. Lets you start deck hitting, get the plays going.
I don't know, man. Recruiters. I like using recruiters, man.
Me too. My utility dragons are 1 totem, 1 exploder, 1 prime material, and 1 white knight. So the totem is basically the Treeborn dragons. If you only have dragon type monsters in your graveyard and you have no monsters on the field, he special summons himself in attack mode. The thing is, when he special summons himself by his own effect and he leaves the field, he's banished. But once is usually enough. Exploder dragon will destroy the monster that destroyed it by battle. So non-targeting removal. No Colossal Fighter, no Gigaplant, Titanio, Armor Master, pretty good stuff. Lets you get out of those binds that really you find yourself struggling with.
Yeah.
Prime material, any burn damage is reversed, so this was mainly for the Amaryllis matchup, but at the same time, if a monster were to be destroyed, you can discard a card and negate and destroy the card that was activated. So
that's a very good card.
Yeah, no Mirror Force, no Tori.
Yeah.
Smashing Ground, stuff
Lightning
like that.
Vortex.
Yep. White Knight Dragon. White Knight Dragon has to be like my favorite dragon in the deck.
Why is that?
AntiDefrison.
Okay.
So whenever a spell or trap card targets him, he actually negates it.
Okay.
And then he has a secondary effect that's not used very often, but it does catch people off guard. That's when you select an attack target on my side of the field, I can send a spell or trap that I control to the grave to change the attack target to him.
Okay.
I actually got a Glad Beast player.
There you go.
Thought he was going to start comboing off on my mask. Nope. And last but not least, 3 DD Warrior Lady.
DD Warrior Lady. Why is she so important?
She's mainly for the Lightsworn matchup, but she's also Anti-Spirit Reaper, Dark Ruler Hades, things that stop you from playing the game. It's basically you sacrifice a few life points and you remove the obstacle. So I know you have Honest in your hand with Lila on the field. Doesn't matter. You're still going bye-bye.
Okay. Now, has she always been in a Disaster Dragon deck?
No, the concept of DD Warrior Lady in Disaster Dragons was created by a guy named E3 Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
Who was like the pioneer of Edison, or major Edison events here.
Shout out to E3 Yu-Gi-Oh!
Keegan, love you, bro. Most important card of the deck, Future Fusion.
Future Fusion.
Any dragon deck runs this card, people hate to see it.
The one of.
This thing will give you PTSD.
Yeah.
And his 2 best friends, to search him out, Gold Sart.
This is a pretty gold card too.
Thank you. Deck hates back row, so I run max back row hate with Chernade, Heavy, and MST. It guarantees that my Future Fusion will go off most times. Chernade doesn't trigger Starlight, or it baits out a Solemn Judgment.
Yeah.
And from there, with the monsters that you summon, it's really not hard to reduce them to 0. My utility spells, Lightning Vortex, Brain Control, and Book of Moon. There's no nice way to say it. This deck does struggle against the dupe block. You really don't run a lot of removals, so these cards are in here to get rid of that.
Okay.
As for the traps, triple D-Prison.
Okay.
You know, not a lot of games are won by battle. Doesn't matter. It helps get rid of your opponent's resources. You know, or it makes them use resources to recur those cards.
The play set.
Exactly. Double bottomless.
Because it's only at 2.
Yeah, it's only a 2. I would run 3 if I could. But I do max out on the banishing traps because you really don't want to continue to deal with some cards. You know, and you can only rebuild your board so many times with this guy.
Right.
Solemn Judgment.
Staple.
It's your no. Torii and Mirror Force.
Staples.
Widespread. This will help you come back into a bad game. It saved my bacon a few times.
The Holy Trinity, as some would say.
Yep. Call of the Haunted. More recursion. That's exactly what dragons love. You love to go to the graveyard and come back over and over and over again.
Okay.
1 Starlight Road.
Okay.
Because you need to protect your back row, you need to protect your monsters. It's not uncommon to get Tori'd and Mirror Forced over and over and over again. And last but certainly not least, so these are my personal techs. 1 Phoenix Wing Windblast and 1 Karma Cut.
Personal text, okay.
Yeah.
Why these 2?
So these are relatively new innovations to Disaster Dragon. Karma Cut is mainly for things like Treeborn Frog, or if you're playing like a Ford or a Gigabytes deck, this helps banish those monsters.
Why that one and not Chain Disappearance?
Because this banishes anything. Chain Disappearance is 1,000 or less. So if my opponent's cycling through his 2 Gigaplans, you know, this banishes them both.
Got it.
It also banishes all the dupes, all the Treeborns, all like, you know, it's...
Okay.
In the short term, it has a little bit more utility than Chain Disappearance.
Okay.
And it's a little more versatile.
Yeah.
But, you know, since you have to discard a card, it comes at a little bit of a higher cost.
Yeah.
But in Disaster Dragon, since you need your Wyverns and your Totems in the grave, it may not be such a bad thing.
Okay.
Phoenix Wing. This was a personal tech given to me by my friend Michael. So he used...
What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike? I love you. RGB Edison for life. And like an hour before the Pro Play games, he's like, I had a 2nd Starlight Road in the deck, and he's like, you gotta go Phoenix Wing. And I was like, why? It sets your opponent back a turn, you know. Once you clear the resource, it's not that hard to start, you know, building your board again. And to his credit, he was right. At the Pro Play games in round 6, I actually played Valhalla Fairies.
Okay.
And so summon Valhalla, special summon Christia straight out the gate. That's not something easy to come back from.
Okay.
And what I ended up doing is during my standby phase, I activated it, sent it back to the top of the deck, managed to special summon the totem from the grave, banish it for Red Eyes Dark Dispel, activate Red Eyes Dark Dispel, bring back a Kokimeri Drago.
There you go.
You know, like it saved my bacon.
Very good.
So thanks for the tip, bro.
Yes.
The side deck. 2 Cyber Dragons for the Machina matchup. Machinas are getting a little more popular, especially down here in Texas.
Machina, yeah.
And this is just, you know, special summon Cyber, take their board. Strongwind Dragon, this is my personal tech.
Okay.
This was originally made to deal with Spirit Reaper and most plant decks.
Okay.
So he pierces, and whenever you tribute a dragon for him, he gains half the attack.
Yeah, it's deadly.
His last effect is he cannot be destroyed by battle by a monster with the same effect. So whenever I play frogs and stuff like that, he actually usually ends up getting monarched.
Okay.
So it baits the effect towards him because they don't want to crash.
Right, yeah.
And lose. So, you know, I saw it once in the Pro Play. Didn't need it, but it was nice to see it. It was nice to see it. My spice right here is 2 Super Polymerization.
Super polys.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I have a very bad track record against Hero Frogs. You know, other players say like it's an easy win. I don't see it.
Yeah.
But this is my own personal tech, just to deal with Absolute Zero. He's the John Wick of Edison.
Yes.
And like I said, I can only rebuild my board so many times. I only have so many Wyverns to bring back and banish. So, 2 Prohibition.
Prohibition.
Yeah. I saw it in the Pro PG in top 8. It came 1 turn too late. But, you know, it actually did its job, and, you know.
Okay.
But whether I keep it or not is still up to be decided. You know?
Okay.
I feel
And only
like,
at 2.
Yeah, only 2. To know about a crossout, this is for Ricos, for hamsters, for the odd Bayou that they set face down. It's just a way to clear their board to attack directly.
Yeah.
If you hit the Bayou, if you hit the Rico, or if you hit the hamster and they banish the rest of them, even better.
Awesome.
2 Royal Oppression.
Ooh, Royal Oppressions, gotta have them, man.
Yeah, gotta have them. Love this card. Great against Glad Beast, great against zombie decks, synchro decks, quick draw, assault mode. Like a lot of people ask me if it trips me up. It really doesn't, because if you run the Royal Oppression, you just use Pokemon Drago and you tribute. But my monsters are bigger than yours.
Yeah.
So if it does get destroyed, well, then you can start doing your Red Eyes Wyvern and bring back from the grave Red Eyes Artisan shenanigans.
All right.
To pulling the rug, self-explanatory.
Yeah, for the Monarchs.
Anti-Stratos, Anti-Diva, Anti-Monarch, Armageddon Knight. It stops a lot in the meta. And then last but certainly not least, 2 Dust Tornadoes.
More back row hate.
Yep, more back row hate. Great going second card. Great going first card if you lose the first game or if you lose game 2.
Yeah.
And plus it lets you set your own, and then they're ready to go the very next.
Exactly.
Very next turn. And these 2 Dust Tornadoes in particular given to me by my friend Solomon.
Hey Solomon, shout out to Solomon.
Shout out to my wife because she supports my hobbies.
Yeah. There you go.
And the whole RGB Edison community, you guys really had my back that day that I was up there, because it was my first big top. I was real nervous.
That's us, man. Your extra deck?
The extra deck.
Yes.
Sorry, I almost forgot. We start off with the basic 5-headed dragon.
5-headed dragon.
This is the OCG LT. Given to me
Nice.
by Michael also when he went to
OCG style.
He's a real one. After that, it's a bunch of Super Poly targets. Super Alloy Beast Rapnus for Gigabytes and the occasional Gemini deck.
Okay.
2 Absolute Zero, Hero Frogs and Hero Beat. Absolute Zero is their boss monster. And it clears their field after it clears mine.
Right.
So round 2, I played Hero Frogs, and game 1 he had it. Like he opened up the nuts. Game 2, we actually kind of went back and forth because he sounded out his hero stuff, went a little more Monarch. I managed to come back from that with Lightning Vortex.
Okay.
Game 3, we're going back and forth. And he just popped off. He couldn't finish me off, but he popped off, and I was staring down a Duke Frog in defense with its effect negated, a Baryonic and an Absolute Zero.
Oh, wow.
I have 2 cards in hand, Mass Dragon and DD Warrior Lady. I top deck the Super Poly.
Yes.
I activated it, discarded the Mass Dragon, fused his Absolute Zero on the Duke Frog, and summoned my own Zero. Zero activates in grave, wipes my field. My Zero activates in grave, wipes the Baryonic.
There you go.
Summon the DD Warrior Lady hand swing for game.
I loved it, man.
Dude, it was insane.
PPG, man.
It was a Yu-Gi-Oh moment.
Pro plays.
D3S Frog for Forgs and, Super Duplocks.
Yes, okay.
And then Chimera Tech Fortress because I have
Cyber
Cyber Dragon
Dragon.
inside. After that, it's several synchros. Magical
staple?
Android. Yeah, basically, your basic staples. Magical Android, Catastor, Bryo, Goyo, Exploder Dragon Wing. This was originally put in there for Spirit Reaper, maybe anything they might have in defense mode, because it just destroys all that.
Okay.
Not a lot of real people knows what it does, but it destroys any monster with attack less than he is.
Got it.
Black Rose.
Black Rose.
I had two Starlight Rose in here, so I kept the 2 Stardust in, but I'd probably swipe this out for like a Red Dragon Archfiend.
Okay.
Or maybe even a Dark End if possible.
Okay.
And last but not least, Thought Ruler.
Thought Ruler. Yeah, man, pretty staple-ish to me.
Yeah, you don't run any tutors, so you don't really go into your extra deck all that often, but it does happen on occasion where they leave that Plague Spreader or that Gale especially
Right, yeah.
on the field, and they're, brain controls in your hand, and all right.
Yeah. All right, Frank, thank you for showcasing your deck profile, the Disaster Dragons. We are here at Moonblast. Anything you want to say to the Edison community?
Man, we've grown a lot, and I look forward to the things we're going to continue to accomplish. I want to start going to more events, RBTs, PPGs, all that good stuff, and hopefully others join me and we start topping, we start making a name for ourselves down here, man.
All right. Thank you, Frank.